Welcome back to Teshkid FX for another price prediction update, and in this video I'll be giving you a price prediction update on HARMONYONE, whose current price stands at the $0.01469 mark, and here on TradingView the market is up by 1.73%, and I want to give you the key scenarios that I expect to play out. That is the long term and the short term scenarios that I expect to play out here on the HARMONYONE chart. And I want to kickstart my analysis here on the daily chart by giving you a brief of what has been happening here on the HARMONYONE chart. So HARMONYONE, from these low prices that we had been trading within, we saw a very nice bounce to the upper side, taking us to an all-time high at around the $0.37 mark, in a movement that I'm terming as a higher Elliot wave count 1 to the upper side. And after seeing the all-time high, we have been seeing lower prices in this massive ABC corrective movement, which has now taken us back to around the $0.012 mark, and in that movement, that is what I'm terming as a higher Elliot wave count 2. Then I'm expecting a very nice bounce to the upper side in the formation of a higher Elliot wave count 3, then expect a wave 4, and then continue pushing even higher in the formation of that wave 5. And this movement, I'm expecting it to play out in the next bull market. And getting a little bit into the details of the formation of this Elliot wave structure that we have right here, after seeing the all-time high, we have been seeing this massive ABC corrective movement in the formation of that higher Elliot wave count 2, and we have this ABC corrective structure because a wave 2 to the lower side is a corrective wave. Therefore, we need to have an ABC corrective structure. And giving you a measure from the all-time high, you can see that HARMONYONE is down more than 90%, meaning there are chances that we might have seen the bear market low. Having seen more than 90% a corrective movement to the lower side, there are chances that very soon we might see that reversal to the upper side in the formation of this impulsive movement to the upper side in the formation of a wave 3 in the next bull market, and giving you a minimum target area to the upper side in the formation of this wave 3 using the trend based Fibonacci, connecting it from the low of the first wave to the high of that wave 1, then dragging the fibs to the low of the second wave. That gives me a minimum target area to the upper side at the fib level 1.618, and that is at around the $0.617 mark, and that is the minimum that I would expect that impulsive movement to the upper side to do. Then expect a wave 4 before we continue pushing even higher in a wave 5, and that is the long-term scenario that I expect to play out here on the HARMONYONE chart. And jumping to the 1 hour chart to give you the short-term scenarios that I expect to play out here on the HARMONYONE chart. So here on the 1 hour chart, you can see after making our low at around the $0.012 mark, we have been seeing a very nice bounce to the upper side, which has been obeying the Elliot wave structures. And if I have my Elliot wave structure on the charts, we can have that as the first wave to the upper side. Then we saw this corrective movement in the formation of a wave 2. Then we have seen this movement to the upper side in the formation of a wave 3. Then I'm expecting a wave 4 before we continue pushing even higher in a wave 5 to complete a higher Elliot wave count 1 to the upper side. And getting a little bit into the details of the formation of this Elliot wave structure that we have right here, after seeing the high for that first wave, we saw an ABC corrective structure which fully maximized the formation of this wave 2, having this as the wave A, then a wave B, then we continued pushing lower in the formation of that wave C. And after seeing the low for that second wave, we can then sketch out a minimum target area to the upper side in the formation of this wave 3 using the Fibonacci's, that is the trend based Fibonacci, connecting it from the low of the first wave to the high of the wave 1, then dragging the fibs to the low of the second wave, and that gives me a minimum target area to the upper side at the fib level 1.618, and that is at around the $0.016 mark, and that is the minimum that I'm expecting this wave 3 to the upper side to do. And for now, we have not fully maximized the formation of that wave 3 to the upper side, and for us to confirm that we're in the formation of this wave 3, we need to manage to break above the wave 1 high, which perfectly lies at around the $0.01467 mark, which is the area that we are trading within at the moment. So once we manage to break above that wave 1 high, then I will expect HARMONYONE to continue pushing higher. And once we fully maximize this target area that I have drawn out here in the formation of this wave 3, then we can expect a corrective movement to the lower side in the formation of our wave 4 before we see another impulsive movement to the upper side in the formation of our wave 5 to complete a higher Elliot wave count 1 to the upper side, which might be a fractal wave within that higher Elliot wave count 3 that I have shown you on the daily chart, and also giving you the long-term scenario. And for now, this is the short-term scenario that is likely to play out. There are chances that you might see a bit of a bounce, get back to around the $0.016 mark before we see a corrective structure in the formation of this wave 4. And once that plays out in the formation of this wave 3, then I'll sketch out a minimum target area to the lower side in the formation of this wave 4, and also this wave 5 to the upper side. Also taking a look at the indicators to see what movements will be supported. Here on the RSI, we are trading at around the 66 mark, meaning we have massive room for us to support any movements to the upper side before we get into the overbought region. Also taking a look at the MACD, here on the 1 hour MACD, we have printed a bullish cross, and that would mean higher prices are coming our way, and there are chances that we might fully maximize the formation of this wave 3 before we see a bit of a retracement in the formation of that wave 4. And that's the update for HARMONYONE.